Hey YouTube, what's going on, and welcome back to Chiron's Things. Today we are going to be checking out a weapon mounted light that is specific for the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield series. And that is going to be the Nightstick TSM-15G. Currently, I do have many different weapon mounted lights, especially ones that are handgun friendly, from all kinds of different brands, from Streamlight to Olight to whatever else you can think of. However, I've been looking at getting something for my concealed carry, and this is my concealed carry firearm. Now, with that said, two options really came in place because this does not come with the standard rail underneath the barrel here. So I needed something that was going to connect through the trigger guard. And so two options really came up, and that was between a Streamlight and this Nightstick. To be honest, I really like my Streamlights, but they are a little bit overpriced in my opinion. I think that really the thing that makes Streamlight so great is because there's so many holster options for them. So when I found out there's some good holsters that will be compatible for the Nightstick, and that this Nightstick is so comparable in size to the Streamlight, I definitely wanted to check it out. It also helped that I went down to my local gun shop to get some different accessories and things, and I saw that they sold Nightstick as well. And I talked to the owner about it, and he kind of had good things to say about it. So I was like, you know what, I want to check out this brand. Ended up contacting them and saying, hey, do you want to send some lights out? I'd be interested in reviewing them. So they sent out this TSM-15G, and they also sent out this Nightstick TCM-10. Now, of course, the TCM-10 will not work on this because that goes on a standard Picatinny rail. So you can see my review on this down the road. But as far as this TSM-15G, if you've got a shield and you are interested in a light, let's talk further about this. Now you'll see here that we are working with a bit of a boxy design. That makes sense since this doesn't, just run off of a rail, but it's got to come down here and attach in through the trigger guard. It's extremely easy to install and uninstall. So we are working with a rubber button here on both sides. Both of them do the exact same thing. You can click it to turn it on. So when you have a hold of your firearm here, you could just kind of click that with your thumb, or I guess you could technically do it with your index finger over here if your finger's off the trigger. But me practicing with it, I've been using my thumb right there for it. Pretty easy to click, not quite as convenient as paddles, like this. I would say, just being able to hit that with your thumb is a little bit easier than hitting a button. But otherwise, though, I still think it works great. We do have some really cool things going on with it here, though. So when I turn this on, you'll see nice and bright LED there, white light. It's a spotlight, so meaning you're going to get a nice hot spot with high candela. Not overly bright as far as lumens, but this definitely is more than enough for anything indoors, especially. So anyways, if I actually click both sides at the same time, I can then set this to where when I turn it on, now it's a green laser. And here's what's cool. You can adjust the windage of this so that when you shoot, that is already adjusted to now at nighttime, you could just put your laser on whatever you need to shoot and it should be accurate. Now hit both again at the same time. And it's kind of hard to see on video probably, but I'm getting my light and laser at the same time. Or you could just do it again and go back to just being light. So you got 3 different options to work with there. And by the way, forgot to show you guys, I am working with an empty firearm. Anyways, we also do have magnetic recharging, so you never need to remove any batteries or anything to get this recharged. You just connect that into the wall and connect your little magnetic charger to this, and it will recharge it right then and there. Next up, let's go ahead and cut to some footage of shooting with this, and also let's get some beam shots. Final thoughts on the Nightstick TSM-15G. I'm pretty impressed with this, especially for the price. It's pretty inexpensive, to be honest, for a weapon-mounted light, but it held up great. You know, I shot a number of magazines through this, and you could see there's not even a mark on this. It stayed nice and secure. These screws right here did not loosen up whatsoever. I even checked them after I was done shooting. I put the little Allen wrench in there just to see if they felt like they loosened up at all, and they did not whatsoever. So this thing stays nice and secure, even shooting on kind of a snappy little 9mm in the shield. I really love that we have the triple combination set up here where you can use white light or green laser or both. That is definitely my style. I like that you can get these cheaper than what you can get a Streamlight, but yet brands like Alien Gear, for example, still make holsters compatible for this. So the holster argument's really not there. It's clearly got the durability because it holds up really well to shooting with it. And as you saw in the beam shots, it's got a really nice white LED output there, and the laser is really nice too. I think this is great if you're looking for something to put on your shield. I want to thank Nightstick for sending this out because I thoroughly am impressed. If I had anything negative to say, I would say it. I'm a pretty honest guy. I also want to point out, look at how they put little serrations on here that actually match the serrations on the slide of the shield. That is so cool to me. Like they made this to really be meant for the shield. So if you're a shield owner and you're looking for something to put on there, whether it be the Shield 1 or Shield 2.0, check out this Nightstick TSM-15G. I'll put a link in my description. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great week.